This is Fluency, Module 3, Lesson 36. And we have been practicing this all week, so you should be getting really good at this. On your personal whiteboards, write the name for any four-sided figure. As you know, that would be a quadrilateral. Okay. Draw a quadrilateral that has 4 right angles and 4 equal sides. Well, by now we know that is definitely a square. So we're going to draw a square and partition that square into 4 equal parts. You can do it however you like. I'm going to do it this way. We're shading in one of those parts, and the fraction of that square would have been 1 part of the 4. As usual, pause the video when necessary. All right, the second one, partition a rectangle into 5 equal parts, and you're going to shade 1/5 of that rectangle. So pause the video, draw your rectangle, divide it into 5 equal parts, and shade it. Okay, here is my rectangle. I'm doing 5 equal parts. All right, I'm going to shade 1/5. That means one of those parts, 1 out of the 5 parts, I'm going to shade in. You could have shaded any one of those. There's no rule that says, oh, you have to shade the first one. You could shade the middle. You could shade the last. You shade however you want on that. All right, let's look at the next one. And we are going to partition a rhombus into 2 equal parts, shading 1/2, or 1 out of those 2 parts. Remember that a rhombus has 4 equal sides, but no right angles. So I've been drawing the other direction. I'm going to draw it this direction this time. And no, it's not perfectly even. I recognize that. But I am going to divide it into 2 equal parts, or semi-equal, as equal as I can do it by freehand. And I'm going to shade 1 of those 2 parts. And so I am shading 1 out of the 2 parts, so 1/2. Partition a square into 12 equal parts. Okay, so I'm going to draw my square. You hopefully have already done this. And if I'm doing 12 equal parts, I think what I'm going to do is go this way, and then I'm going to go 3 this way. Because I know that 3 times 4 equals 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can do that however you want. And I need to just shade 1 of those 12. So I'm going to choose this one in the middle. And I am showing 1/12, or 1 out of 12 parts. All right, a rectangle into 8 equal parts, shading 1/2. Just decided to go ahead and go big, right? So I've got to do 8 parts. And I am somewhat equal. And I'm going to shade 1 of those 8 parts, because that is what 1/8 is. 1 out of 8 parts are represented or shaded. All right, now we're back into our division. 406 divided by 7. And let's look at this. You go ahead and shut yours off, do the work, and then come back. Not shut off, just pause. All right. Okay, so I have 4 here. I know that I don't have 7, so these 4 are going to have to go next door as 10s. So once again, I'm going to put them into 7 and then 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we're dividing by 7. What's one group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, I need to do 4 groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's my 4th group of 10. So now I can go through and easily, I know that each of these top rows is a group of 7. There's 1 group, 2, 3, and 4. So I can get rid of those right away. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can see I don't have 7 left. I only have 5. So those 5 are going to have to go to the next column. Okay, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I need to move over as groups of 10. So I have 5 groups of 10 to move over. So we'll do it again in groups of 7 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's one group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 groups. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 groups. All right, so I'm going to go in there and look for those groups of 7. I know I have 1 here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to go up and start at the top and count off groups of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more group. So my answer here, 406 divided by 7 is 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 58. All righty, so let's go on to the next one. We're still practicing that division. Go ahead and pause the video, put in your answer, and then come back. We are dividing by 9 this time. I get the feeling I'm going to have to do a lot of groups. So we set it up again, our 1s, our 10s, our 100s, and our 1000s. And I have 1, 2, 3 thousands. I have only 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups of 1. So right away, I know I've got to move those 3 thousands over to hundreds as 3 groups of 10. So we've divided by 9, so I'll be doing 9 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 is 10. And my last group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So right away I can see I've got 1, 2, 3 groups of 9, but I also have 4 individual ones left that I'm going to have to move over as groups of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 groups. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 4 groups. So I'm going to mark those off. There's 1 group, 2, 3, 4, and let's see if I have enough here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do have enough for 1 more group. It's kind of nice. I only have to move 1 group of 10 over. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and here comes my group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to cross off my 9 there, and that's a group. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and another group. So my answer to 3,168 divided by 9 is 352. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We are going to do some multiplying, and we're going to put it together a little bit a way that you may or may not have seen yesterday. So we're going to write this problem vertically, okay? The way that we usually set up a multiplication problem. But we're going to look at it as 2 different steps. We're going to look at it as 30 times 3 ones, or 3 tens times 3 ones, which we know is 90. And then we're going to look at it as 3 tens, still the same thing, times 2 tens, because 20 is 2 tens. So 3 tens times 2 tens. Well, when I look at that, I can say, oh, that's 6, and 10 times 10 is hundreds. So that is 600. I'm going to add those two together, and my answer is 690. 30 times 23 is 690. All right, we're going to do similar thing. 30, we're going to write it vertically, times 29. 30, remember, is the same thing as 3 tens. And we are going to think of it as 3, and down here we've got 2 tens and 9 ones. So we're going to multiply those 3 tens on top by the 9 ones, and we're going to add our two things together after we do it. So 3 tens times 9 ones, well, 3 times 9 is 27, and 27 tens. So 3 tens times 9 ones is 27 tens. Now we're going to multiply 3 tens times 2 tens. So 3 tens times 2 tens, we already know, is 6 hundredths. We add those two together, and we get 870. All right, the next one. We're going to divide it up again. So we're going to divide it as 4 tens times 3 tens plus 4 tens times 4 ones. And that's basically what we're doing when we're writing this vertically. So we've got 40 times 34, and when we write it vertically. And we're going to start by multiplying here the 4 ones. So 4 tens times 4 ones, well, 4 times 4 is 16 tens. And then we're going to do our 4 tens times 3 tens. Well, 4 tens times 3 tens, we know that's going to be hundreds, and 4 times 3 is 12. We're going to add those two together, and we have our answer, 1,360. If this is not coming straight to you and you're feeling a little bit confused, we are going to talk about it more in the lesson. But here is our last one. We'll look at 5 tens times 4 tens plus 5 ones. Okay, alrighty. So we're going to write it vertically as 50 times 45. And again, we're going to think of that as 5 tens times 5 ones. Well, 5 tens times 5 is 25, so 25 tens. And then we're going to look at it as 50 times 4 tens, remembering that 5 times 4 is 20, and that we are going to have our hundreds after. So our answer, 2,250. All right, that's the end of our fluency for today.